Chapter 21 Lucky Clover Gazette Late Breaking News Edition. The scourge has lifted. Death of the menace of Hyrule. After a relentless search in the wake of Queen Zelda's miraculous rescue, her vile captor, the fallen royal knight of Hyrule, succumbed to his fate at the hands of His Supreme Highness King Ganondorf's intrepid forces. The fugitive's encampment was discovered by Yiga soldiers after an exhaustive investigation, which led them deep into Lanayru's Dueling Peak Pass. After refusing a peaceful surrender, the soldiers were forced to the enemy, and the encounter proved to be the knight's last stand. He was fatally stabbed through the heart by an 8-fold blade. The criminal's remains, along with the cursed Master Sword, were swiftly transported to Hyrule Castle, a welcome sight that brought an air of closure to the steadfast king and queen.
We had no doubt that this day would come,
the king told Lucky Clover Gazette exclusively.
With the tenacity of the Royal Armed Forces and the diligence of Hyrule's people, it was only a matter of time before this nightmare was brought to an end.
The next morning after the confirmation of death, the king accompanied his most elite circle of a dozen formidable Varina warrior guards to Newcastle Town Square. With the citizens of town standing as witness, the king set the pyre aflame, sending a plume of black smoke up to the Sky Island, a reminder to any that would seek to harm the royal family of what fate awaits them. Notably absent from the square was Queen Zelda, who did not accompany her husband into town. When asked by our on-the-ground reporting team, the king explained that
the queen has lost years of her life, stolen away by this miscreant's action. Witnessing him returning to her rightful home, even in a casket, has been a traumatic experience, and one that I would not press her to relive for the sake of appearances.
He offered us every assurance that she is doing quite well, and asks for the public's patience and support during this challenging time. After the mitigated threat was reduced to ash, the citizenry let out a triumphant cheer, as the gates barring the town from Hyrule Field were at last lowered. Travel may now resume between towns and regions, although patrols will remain on duty for the kingdom's safety and security. Travelers wishing to move through Hyrule now can be advised that there are checkpoints and other preventative measures in place, and the Royal Armed Forces thank you in advance for your cooperation. As it is now the exclusive residence of the royal family, the closure of Hyrule Castle grounds, including the library museum, to tourists and unsolicited visitors will remain permanently. Such an undoubtedly historic day in Hylian history deserves proper commemoration. Celebratory pint glasses are available now at the Dodgy Well, while the special edition Lennis is Dead hand-etched teapot will be sold exclusively at Joel's Silver. Long live the king. Goddess save the queen. End of chapter.